9 people have been arrested following renewed violent clashes between two feuding factions of the Teshie Traditional Council. On Thursday night, the palace of the Teshie Wulomo, Numo Badu Odano Odiapensa I was attacked by armed men who set 2 other houses on fire. In 2019, the legitimacy of the Wulomo was challenged in court in a case that is yet to be determined. The legal proceedings have, however, not prevented these clashes. Monel Cranton was there earlier and now reports.
Of the Teshie people, the Wulomo represents the spiritual authority of the people. Well, last night, his palace was attacked, and behind me you can see shattered glasses of the door and remnants of ties which were bent from here, giving an indication of what indeed happened last night. We're told that a long-standing if you like, disagreement and chieftaincy dispute within the community was really the reason this happened. There are 2 factions, we are told. There were sporadic shootings last night resulting in the injury of 1 person. We're also told that about 9 people have been picked up by the police and have been transferred to the Accra region headquarters. But I'm told that this gentleman was here yesterday when it all happened.
Shoot or money here to electro or bede ye when gano ye or nabu shoot they shoot to kate gwe nature or nature ni ba kenye mi age no ni pote na me to na me fe bi ene ame achi woyi ko na ba fe na me fe ame ye to ame ye kanti ame ye le ba ke ni bi shake mi hu nsumo peace ye o npan ye nga me fe gidigira ye tuni ke me ye se ba ye mi egbe o ni npan ye ni chenye mi
What he's telling me is that 4 people charged at him last night while he was still eating, and you could still see the bowl here with Kinky husk here. And he tells me that when they came, they were wielding guns, and one of them, whose name he mentions as Atta, gave an order for the remaining of the other ones to shoot, and then they began shooting sporadically. So he told this other gentleman who's standing right here, was also here at the time, to move into the house. And so they did move into the house. This table is bent, and this one is also giving an indication of the bending. I'll speak to the spokesperson of the Wulomo here, John Ajete.
Okay, so he has started the rituals for the Wulomo celebrations. In fact, he started somewhere last month. So he's preparing for on the 9th event. And they are making all effort to create chaos so that he will be prevented from performing what traditionally belongs to him.
And when you say he's preparing to perform something, what is he preparing to perform?
That is the ban on drumming and noise making. We call it Bemila. And that is the commencement of the Homo Festival. That is the ritual that
we just go out and speak to the people about how safe they feel.
40 years, 50 years, they are me. Because no
Alright, let me speak to this lady here. You get me?
Sake nonisa government to egbelamo sake agbela shika balaka ke abana me ni amenye ma na emie be intention ni o ma me agbene be efemo shika ke mugweti na kleti 30 years 40 years na ke ma na mi bajo shika na kan nye ba ke na kan nye ba mi ni be no wa na amenye ma na emie agbene ko na mugwe keke Esha Femumba, Bamadi Saitu, no only Saka Fie, Government won pa government fi, ne ekenani amashi, Yamanemi, Podinoni $20 baba, nigga $20 baba, because Kamukuya Fie no kwe, Kamole, Bruana Enyemanemi, Keke, person of me can feel no way, I am no one wafi. no one pa government fa no ne ba e ke na nya machine on pale fa wa e ke na nya machine.
He wraps up by saying, in fact, calling on government to make sure that the perpetrators of this particular crime are brought to book. He makes reference to previous incidents which had happened, but the culprits were found, even after being arrested, were found to be walking freely on the streets. He says this must not be a repetition of the.
Now, the MCE for Ledzokuku, Evelyn Na Ajele Chum.
They came ashore with their fish peacefully. So the chief also and his people, they are the second people to land with their fish. So when they landed, they were carrying their fish. They are just singing, and then going to the palace or I don't know, Manjano. When they were attacked, without no cause.
Okay.
I understand the people, they were on 2 motorbikes.
Okay. Okay, now we have been speaking to some residents of the area, and they name you as being one-sided. They say that you have taken a side in this entire conflict.
Just because when I became the MC, there were factions. 2019, a chief has been gazetted. So he is the paramount chief of Teshie. But the other side, they don't recognize him as the chief of Teshie. That's their problem.
The information we have is that they actually challenged this in court and the legal battle is still ongoing. Is that not the case?
Yes, they are at court.
Yeah.
You see? But
so if the matter is in court, it's not been settled, has it?
Pardon me?
If the matter is in court, then it has not been settled, has it?
Yes. No. As the gazetted chief,
I'm saying that...
I don't know whether they are challenging it, but they too, they want to install somebody as a chief.
Mr. Njama, are they in court with this issue?
As the chief of Teshie.
That's fine. Are they in court over this issue or they are not?
Well, I can't tell.
Well, the information we have is they are. Now,
they are in court.
Operating on that assumption, if this is in contention, and even as an MCE, is expected that you know whether or not this issue is in contention so that you can do your mediation at the back. The question being raised is that it doesn't simply end with the gazetting of a chief. If someone goes to challenge it, it's your job to mediate. Why do you create the impression that you are supporting one side to another's detriment?
It's the gazetted chief. I'm not supporting one side. I'm not supporting. During the COVID, anything that passes through the assembly, maybe hand sanitizers and so on and so forth. Right. I give them some. I give everybody. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not at all.
Meanwhile, the police has been providing an update on the progress of investigations. Chief Inspector Kwabena Danso is the Deputy Public Relations Officer for the Greater Accra Region Police.
Put off the fire. Currently, we've arrested 9 persons who are in police custody assisting investigations.
What do we know about these people who have been arrested?
They are currently, their identity I cannot talk much about. But in course of investigation, it will be very clear for us to know the brain behind the attack. We understand one person has been shot. The police also retrieve empty shells at the scene. All these things will aid police investigations to establish the brain behind the attack.
But we've not retrieved any of the guns?
No, currently police have not retrieved any gun.
Where did the police arrest them? Where exactly?
We understand they were hiding in one of the faction. That is what we understand the police when they got them arrested.
How is the person who was shot? How is the person doing? Do we know the identity of the person, male, female?
It's a male. Currently, they've been issued with medical forms and they are being treated at the hospital.
But tell me, we've spoken to some of the residents there who say this is not the first time such an attack is happening. It's happened before, and some of the perpetrators who were arrested were eventually released and punished. What will be your response to that?
Currently, what I can say, there's a heavy police deployment there to ensure security. So I will urge the residents to remain calm. The police is in control of the situation. I understand the divisional commander is in a serious meeting with opinion leaders in the area. All these are plans in place to ensure that there's security and peace in the area. It's early days yet. Investigations will prove any other intention behind the attack.